Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2022, the album, Dad AF. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. So let's talk today, shall we? I need a little bit of lip gloss first. Yes, I am sitting out on my front porch, saying hi to my neighbors as they walk by and having little conversations with them. If you want to see more of that, go over and watch my vlog where it's all included over there. And I have birds up here in my fern that are building a nest and they're flying in and out, and you might hear a little bit of that as I film this video. But I wanted to do an unpopular opinions video. I don't know, popular, unpopular opinions video today. I put up something on Instagram, I think it was about a week ago, and I just said, hey, listen, ask me about my opinion about anything, and I actually got some interesting ones, really nothing to do with YouTube. So it was really mostly about pop culture, so if you have any interest in TV shows or just anything that's going on in pop culture right now, I am going to be answering those for you today. But I have to tell you that before I was getting ready for, when I was getting ready for this video, I was like dancing around. I was getting all my my props and things, and I was listening to music, and when I am getting ready for videos, I just put my iTunes on and just one song after another plays, you know, like we do on shuffle. And this song, I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. My dad and my stepmom, their very first date was a Bruce Springsteen concert. My dad had tickets and he asked my stepmom to go, and that was their very first date. But anyway, I love Bruce Springsteen, okay? And I was sitting here and I was listening to this song and I was like, I cannot believe that Bruce Springsteen has not been canceled, okay? I can't, you know, like, I can't believe there hasn't been some big exposed video on the cancellation of Bruce Springsteen. Let me read you these lyrics. So I went in and I looked him up a little bit. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? I think that's a pretty good Bruce Springsteen, first of all. Can we just say that? Okay, so I went in and I was looking at these lyrics, all right? So I already sang that part to you. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Okay. Did he go and leave you all alone? Now, I don't know, but I'm hoping that he means like your daddy, like your old man, okay? Like your husband, your boyfriend, your romantical partner, okay? I hope that's who he's talking about in here. And then he goes, But if you read it on the lyrics, it doesn't go, like it does in the song. It goes, Like, did he go and leave you all alone? Okay, if you read it in that tone, all right, then it's like, it reads a completely different way. And then he says he has a bad desire. He's on fire. Where are you on fire? In your crotch? Oh my God, you got a bad desire. Don't. Okay, this is dirty. This is dirty all the way. I thought it was bad when I read the Janet Jackson lyrics to Nasty. Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. Oh, no, that's not that. What's that? Nasty. How can I can't remember the lyrics to it at the very end? I'm not a fool. I just want some respect. So close the door if you want me to respond. Hell yeah! 'Cause prophecy is my middle name. My last name is Control. No, my first name ain't Baby. It's Peter. Mr. Monn if you're nasty. So anyway, I thought that one was bad. And when I was in the parking lot of the Walmart and I poured water over myself for the WAP dance. Do you know what WAP stands for? Wet Amish People. Okay, but I thought that was, it does, stands for Wet Amish People. If you think it means something else, you're dirty-minded. You're dirty-minded, you need Jesus, okay? And you're not a Christian. She's not a Christian! Okay. I scream this loud on my front porch to my neighbors. They just think I'm hilarious. But anyway, they've all been asking me if I'm going to the cocktail party at the pool tonight. The pool just opened. They're all like, every time they walk by, they're like, are you going to the cocktail party tonight? See, they want me there, okay? Before, they didn't care about me in this neighborhood, but now they like me. Does my lip gloss look good? I better look good for the cocktail party tonight. Okay. Then the next stanza goes, tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Now, I don't know. Does that mean does he buy you things? Does he pay the bills? Or does he just rub your feet at the end of the night? I don't know. And can he do to you? Okay, so that would imply it's not about buying things. It's about, you know, the romanticals. Can he do the things that I do? She been cheating on her old man? Oh, my God. Oh, no. I can take you higher, he says. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. This is the dirtiest, okay, of the... this one. Hi, how are you? Okay. She's not one of the friendlier neighbors. Anyway, then it goes on and it says, sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. Now I don't understand all that, okay? I thought we were doing the dirties, and now he's doing all this, okay? Then it says, at night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet. Woo, girl, you need to get a fan and an AC unit. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Oh, do you think he means, oh, I guess he thinks he's waking up in the middle of the night because he's thinking of her and he's getting dirty-minded thoughts, okay? She's got somebody, she's got a man, and you're a cheater. And you both need church on Sunday, okay? Or you'll probably end up in Jerry Springer, and it'll be one of those shows, you know, like I married my brother's wife kind of deals or something like that. Oh, that would make this song a whole other meaning, wouldn't it? And a freight train running through the middle of my head. That means that he's been thinking about things, okay? Like he's been thinking about her and all this kind of stuff. Only you can cool my desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. And then that's it. And then it just does a lot of woo-oo-oos and ooh-oo-oos and all kind of stuff. So this song, I'm on fire, that I have learned, I've loved all these songs. Unless he's more dirty-minded than I ever thought that he was, this song's really about cheating, isn't it? I didn't know that. That's dirty. You shouldn't be doing all that and singing that in songs and stuff like that. Anyway, I do like my rendition of it, though, with my pink microphone. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Put your right foot in, take your right foot out, then you do the hokey pokey. Peace. Okay, so let's get into this video of my popular, unpopular opinions today. Oh, look, my cousin Caroline, she's calling me right now. Okay, hold on, I'll put her on speakerphone. Hold on a second. Hi, cousin Caroline, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just
Oh, wait, before you say anything, I'm filming you for a video.
Oh, gosh.
Now, are you confirming for tomorrow?
11:45.
11:45. I love you so much, cousin Caroline.
I love you. Have fun.
Okay, bye. So that was my cousin Caroline. Fridays are our days together where she comes and picks me up and we run errands and things like that. Okay, so let me get into, let's see. She'll think she's famous now. If you all say hi to her in the video comments below, it'll make her day. She'll just think she's so famous. Okay, now I got 400 pictures of Jeffree Star. You think I'm lying, but I'm not, okay? It's like, woo, I guess people are right when they say, I mean, Jeffree and Trisha all the time, they're like, those drama channels are so obsessed with us, they're running their own narratives. I guess there's some truth to that, I don't know. Anyway, this was my favorite. So anyway, okay. But then what is going on here? They're stopping in front of my house. You don't need to be stopping in front of my house. Okay, so I asked questions on Instagram, and I said, give me your opinion. And I got tons and 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 tons. So we're just going to go back to the very beginning, and I'm going to just pick random questions of my popular, unpopular opinions, okay? You might not like my answers about them. That's okay, okay? That means you're on fire, and you're dirty-minded, and you need Jesus, okay? I'm just saying. She's not a Christian. Do you know what I have to say is that Gabriel Zamora, so nice. He has been like liking my tweets, and he sent me some very sweet messages on coming back to YouTube and stuff like that. Now I feel bad I can't go, no, Tati, no. But if I were Gabriel Zamora, true story, I would have t-shirts made up said no Tati no on them. I would. And I would sell them as merch. Okay. So if you're watching this, Gabriel, I'm sure he's not, but how are you doing? Okay. There's going to be a lot of this kind of answer that I'm going to give to this question. Courtney and Travis Barker getting married. Who'd care? Okay. I don't care. I don't care about those Kardashians. My husband watches them. He says this show's better than the last show. I mean, I kept up. I watched enough of it to keep up with the Kardashians. Did you see what I did right there? That was cute, wasn't it? But anyway, I did enough to keep up with the Kardashians. But really all I ever learned was that they like to keep like Oreos in those glass jars. And apparently every time Courtney took one out, or what's her name? Chloe? Candy. I can't remember their names now. No, they're all K names. Hold on a second. That should be a question on Jeopardy. Can you name all of the Kardashian Jenners? Okay. Kim, Kris. I don't know her mom's name. I think her mom's name is Eunice or something. But I do love Chris's mom. She's so sweet. Kim, Kris, Chloe, Courtney. That's the three that are always fighting. Okay, Kendall and Kylie. Okay, that's all of them. I did pretty good, didn't I? You're like, yeah, Peter, that wasn't real tough. I don't really care about it. I don't understand this Kourtney and Travis Barker thing, but I will say this. From the little, I mean, well, ask me anything Real Housewives. I watched Real Housewives. Oh my God! Speaking of Jesus, the Real Housewives of Dubai starts tonight. I cannot, or did it start last night? I don't have it recorded. Tanya Jean, she told me, she goes, make sure that you got your tape recorder, your VCR set. I'm like, oh my, well, I mean, you know, DVR. I always say I gotta tape my shows, and my husband goes, on your VCR? I'm like, shut up, okay? Anyway. Ask me anything Real Housewives, I can answer it. But like the Kourtney Kardashian, all that kind of stuff, I don't really care. I do think, and every time I say this, people are like, that's not true at all. I think they're mean to Kourtney, okay? Like at this point, like they treat Scott Disick like he is more of the family than they do Kourtney Kardashian. And I was watching the last, or one of the last episodes, my husband was watching, where Scott was bitching and complaining about how he, can I say that on here, or is that 25 cents for the cuss jar? I do so good not swearing in my videos, and then I feel like I watch these videos and everybody just cusses up a storm, and their videos are still monetized, and I'm like, why do I care then? I don't know. But anyway, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm drinking this thing, I got this at Fresh Time. It's cold brew, high brew coffee, Mexican vanilla. Not sponsored. It's so good. Anyway. And Scott was complaining about he didn't get invited to Kendall's birthday party, and she was like, nobody came but the family. And he was like, well, why am I not part of the family? Scott, I'm sorry that it didn't work out with you, okay? With Lisa Rinna's daughter that was 20 years old. But, you know, like, seriously, go and do something with your life, okay? Isn't he like a duke or something like that? Instead of just hanging around the Kardashians and wish that your name was, I don't know, that Christopher Kardashian or something like that. So as far as Kourtney and Travis, they seem very happy to me. Apparently, I heard a rumor that she drinks his Romanicals. I don't even know how to say that in the video because it's good in vitamin protein. Girl! That is a conversation I cannot even be having on my camera. You put your right foot in. I can't even have that today, okay? I can't, okay? Back in the day, we just said spit or swallow, but I guess today it's got to be about vitamins or something, okay? And then Kim Kardashian came out and she quoted and said, if the scientists told her that she would look more youthful if she ate poop every day, that she might do it. And I'm like, what are you all eating over there? The Kardashian houses. Don't ask me over for Sunday dinner. No, thank you. Okay, somebody asked me the thing about Pam's show. It was fantastic. I was cheering in parts of the show. Like, literally sitting right here, because where you are is where my iPad goes at night. I was literally cheering. I cannot stand Renee Zellweger. I think she's a weirdo down. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. It's something she does with her mouth. Nicole Kidman, she's got the same thing. I don't like Nicole Kidman, and I don't like Renee Zellweger as people. But as actresses, like, they're fantastic. And Renee Zellweger, she was so good as that Pam lady. Pam, I don't remember her last name. But if you, like, at the end of the show, they show footage of the real Pam, and she is so good. Okay. Keys to successful age gap relationships. I'm 28, my partner is 50. Love you. Well, you know, my husband and I only have a 12-year age gap relationship. I think it felt more different when we first got together and I was 36 and he was 24. Now that I'm 49 and he's, you know, 38, he'll be 38 this month. It doesn't really feel that different. The other thing is that, you know, my husband moved to the United States from Venezuela when he was 12. So the majority of what I think other people would call age gap issues is really cultural references like Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks. Like, he has no reference point for that because he didn't grow up with that music. Just like when he plays music that I didn't grow up with. You know, it's like our Christmases are vastly different. You know, my Christmases with my cousin Caroline are like Holy Night and Silent Night and sit down, you know, dinner with stuffing and turkey and the whole 9 yards. I don't eat that because I'm a vegetarian, and very peaceful and snow and Santa Claus and all that stuff, right? Where it's very celebratory in Venezuela, and it's loud music, and it's happy, and it's a celebration of the birth of, you know, Jesus and things like that. Now, for years, I would say for probably half of our relationship, we kept our holidays separate. But now, because our families are so small, we share our holidays. Oh, excuse me. So, this has nothing to do with age gap relationships. What is the key to a successful age gap relationship? I don't know, to educate the other person. I think one of the hard things for us was he was just starting his career at the time that I was finishing mine in a certain field. And so that was like a really hard thing. And I think it's just about talking and whatever, you know. My husband and I are total advocates of marriage counseling. We are in a great space right now, and we actually just started marriage counseling up again that we're going to every other week just because we want a third party there to teach us communication skills going forward. And I believe very much that whatever your issues are in your marriage or your relationship, a marriage counselor or a couples counseling or whatever is like a vocal coach to a singer. Even some great singers have vocal coaches just to continue to help them to improve. And I think the same thing goes for marriage counseling. So I would recommend counseling to anybody out there. Fantasy novels, I hate them, can't stand them. Starbucks versus Dunkin' versus local small town cafe. Okay, so there is a coffee shop here in Indianapolis that I really like that I can't even remember the name. Oh, the Monn coffee shop in Broad Ripple. I love it, and they have a coffee that I really like. But I feel like as far as let's do Dunkin' versus Starbucks, well, Dunkin's farther away from me, so when people come to pick me up, I've typically been going to Starbucks, but I like Dunkin's coffee over Starbucks, and that's something I never thought I would say. Okay, we're gonna get through some of this really quickly. Drag Race All-Star All-Winners. Okay, so love the season of All-Stars. Love how they're doing it. Love that nobody's being kicked off and that it's going to be down to the final four. I think the badge thing is kind of corny. It's like the repeater badge from the UK season. I love that the Vivienne is on and they brought her on for the season of All-Stars. Everybody seems to be getting along. It's like such a happy season. I really like that. But it is truly the creme de la creme of like, not Ben de la Creme is not on the show, but of the talent of Drag Race, just that. And I think that one of the things that has been so hard for me through the years is that I am a watcher of drag, of local drag, of drag pageants, of people that you will never see on Drag Race, right? The Erica Andrews and the Mimi Marks and the, you know, a lot of these people have passed, but like Tandy Andrews and, I mean, people that were, the Whitney Pages and, you know, people that were truly talented within the pageant systems and things like that, you know? And it just, I don't know, it's like Sasha Colby, you know, that works all the time in LA and is so well known and was a Miss Continental but hasn't been on, you know, RuPaul's Drag Race. So I think that there's this fixation that if you're not on RuPaul's Drag Race, you're not talented, which is so unbelievably not the case. And I don't know, it makes me kind of sad, and I wish that we would focus more on the pageant systems. And, you know, like, I don't feel like the pageantry systems are just local bars and things like that. Maybe in big cities like LA and Chicago and New York are getting a lot of that, or, you know, in Florida and Orlando and places like that, in Texas, Dallas. But I don't think, like here, like in Indianapolis, I don't think local talent is being recognized in the way that it deserves to be recognized, okay? I mean, there's a lot of talent on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I love to see it. But when you see a drag queen, okay, that has been working for 15 years every night in a bar, and she is bucking and spinning to knock on wood for her 400th time, and she does a split and turns in the air and flips in the air and lands on her feet in front of everybody, and they get tipped $1. It just doesn't seem fair in comparison to what some of these girls are making on RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's just my 2 cents, you know? But I have to say that I do love RuPaul's Drag Race, and this has been one of my favorite seasons so far. So, maybe a little bit of an unpopular opinion. 90 Day Fiancé, don't watch it, don't care. Nene Leakes, I loved Nene Leakes for years. I feel like the last season of The Real Housewives, when she just left the reunion, there was so much going on with her husband and his illness, and he eventually died. That was so sad. And all of that. I don't know. Like, I feel like Nene was going through a lot. I'm not making excuses for her. But I just feel, I wish she would in some way come back and kind of rectify that. Because there was a lot about Nene that I really liked. And I think that Nene was one of the very first Real Housewives that kind of broke the mold and went outside of that into Hollywood and things like that. Okay. Let's see the next one. Hold on a second. Is beauty YouTube dead in your opinion? Absolutely not. I don't think it is. And one of the things that I really like is that a lot of beauty YouTubers like Laura Lee and Raw Beauty Christy. Hey, Christy. Hey, Laura. I love Christy so much. But I love her channel. I think it's called Zach and Christy something Fantastic Life or whatever. And they do like gardening on there and they show like home renovations and whatever. I think a lot of beauty YouTubers were getting bored on YouTube, and what they did, which was smart, okay? You know, for a long time, people made fun of me for having 6 channels. Now a lot of people have 3 and 4 channels. I guess who was stupid? Who was stupid, right? And this is what I would say to my friends. They'd be like, why do you have all these channels? And I say, because if the drama is boring for me for 3 or 4 days, I've got my vlog, I've got my Peterisms videos, I can do reviews. Like, it keeps me entertained, because ultimately what I love is YouTube and the platform of YouTube and interacting with you guys. And I feel so grateful that every day I get to wake up and do what I absolutely love, which is why today I didn't even look into the drama. I just was like, I'm gonna do this video of like unpopular opinions, because I just want to talk to people and have fun and, you know, and sing the hokey pokey. But anyway, I think what was really smart is that, and if a lot of these people would do it, which is where I think like Jaclyn Hill doing a lot of the more vlogging, although I think she should do an entirely different channel that is called like Jaclyn Vlogs or something, right? But these people like Laura Lee and Raw Beauty Christy and there's others that are doing these alternative channels, I think it's very smart. And I think it's also, from a mental health point of view, I think it's really key in keeping their mental health, because I think what they're saying is, I'm not as obsessed and in love with the beauty industry as I once was. I still love it. I still want to talk about it. I still want to create products, but I'm not as obsessed with it as I once was, and I have other interests now, and I've grown, and, you know, Laura adopted her, you know, her niece, and Christy, you know, has her child, and they're building families, and they're growing up. And this is what I think is smart about it, and I have always said this with YouTubers. You have to take your audience along with you. And those two, I think, are examples of YouTubers that have taken their audience along with them. Where, hey, how are you? Where, I think there are a lot of people that have it, you know, and Tyler Oakley is somebody that I watched for years and years and years and loved Tyler and loved his content, but I think that was a mistake that he really made. I don't think he cares about that, but now he's very much Shane Dawson-ish when he like talks about like losing subscribers and his cancellation. Like, he jokes about it like it's something funny, and I don't really understand that when you joke about this supposed cancellation that has affected your career so greatly. It's like, aren't you proud of this platform that you've built, or this platform that you've been given? Like, there are so many people that would die for that to then like poke fun of it and not really look at it or address it in any way. But I do think, like with Tyler Oakley, part of the problem was that he didn't take his audience along for the ride. Like, he didn't show the new relationships that he's in necessarily and all this kind of stuff. And so then it was just all of a sudden, it was very much like Michael Buckley, if you remember him back in the day from What's the Buck. Like, I love Michael. Like, I thought his videos were fantastic. He's one of the reasons why I do drama today. And, you know, all of a sudden it was like he was in a bathtub talking about real strange stuff, and Tyler Oakley was getting high putting on wigs and trying different wigs, you know? It's like, I don't know that your audience wants to see that. I think your audience they're 30 now, you know, and they're not in college anymore, and the majority of them aren't having the same lifestyle as you. Bring them along for the journey. And I think Laura Lee has done that. I think Christy has done that, you know. And do those channels get as many views as their mainstream? No, but I think it's smart. And I think it's from a point of view of continuing to have a career on YouTube while also maintaining good mental health. I think it's brilliant. And I will tell you, it's been really helpful to me. Okay. Let's see. I don't understand that question. Okay, the show Severance. Watched it, love it. Don't think it's for everybody. It's on Apple TV. I think some people will think it's real bizarre. It reminded me of Lost. So did From, who's also by the producers of Lost. It's by the producers of Lost. I love Severance. I can't wait till the second season. It just kind of like stopped, and I was kind of over that part of it. But do a selfie video of yourself. Prune. Well, first you have to turtle your face, and then you have to prune. Prune. Okay. I learned that from Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Okay. Final season of Stranger Things. So this is going to be a real unpopular opinion. I thought it was boring. I thought it was boring boots down. Okay, to be totally honest with you. I could not believe, you know, in the middle of watching all these other shows that I can't, like Under the Banner of Heaven and The Staircase and Shining Girls. I couldn't believe how hard I had to struggle getting through the 7th season. And the thing is, I love Stranger Things so much. It's like one of my favorite shows of life. I just thought the season was so boring. And there were so many people that were like, Peter, like, the 3rd season, which I loved, okay? Because I think it was more fun. They were like, it was horrible. This was the best season ever. Well, this is the thing about this season, okay? It's very sad. There's a lot of sadness to this season, but the sadness is explained, and there's a purpose and a reason for it that you find out by the end of the season, which kind of goes and explains everything from the total 4 seasons. We still have 2 episodes left that are going to come out in July. I will say this, by the 7th episode, it had totally redeemed itself, and I was really into the whole show. And the characters, and I love the show, I love the characters, I love all of it, you know? And so for me, like, when it comes out, it was very much like back in the day, like when Wentworth would come out, or Orange is the New Black, you know, that I was so excited for this show to come out. It was like summers in, you know, in the Midwest, where we would, like, all go to the movie theater and watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, we were so excited about these blockbuster films, and I think that's what Stranger Things is to a lot of people. To me, it is. And, so, yeah. The more days that go by since I've watched it, the more I've liked it. Which is also kind of interesting, because that's how Lady Gaga songs are for me. Like, when Born This Way came out, I hated it. But, like, a week later, it was, like, my favorite song, and I couldn't stop singing it. Okay. The census lady has not stopped by lately, but I'll let you know when she does. Let's see. Do you think Johnny Depp is hot? No, not at all. I don't. Let's see. Who else? But I do have to tell a funny story. I'm like, should I tell a story or should I not tell a story? Okay, so I'm almost 50 years old. I can talk about hooking up. When I was in my 20s, I hooked up with this guy that was... He was like in the entertainment industry, and by the entertainment industry, I mean he was part of the traveling cast of the Will Rogers Follies. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed to say that. And he alleged, and I was like, you are such a liar, and I ended up the hookup right at this point, because he alleged that he had hooked up with Johnny Depp, and I was like, you are such a liar, and I like ended the hookup right then. I was like, you're, first of all, okay, Will Rogers Follies, if you love that show or whatnot, I'm sorry, but that was not doing it for me. And then I was like, and he was like, yeah, like, I've hooked up with a lot of movie stars in Hollywood, and I was like, who did you hook up with? Of course, he said, you know, the king of Scientology. Everybody used to say that back in the day. But then he was like, he said a couple others, and then he was like, I was like, you most certainly did not hook up. So I was like all defensive. Maybe Johnny Depp, I don't know. So maybe that did happen, but I don't think it did. Okay, let's see. Camping, hate it. UFOs, totally believe in them. A lot of people are wanting to know about Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. Selling Sunset. I've only watched 3 episodes of Selling Sunset, and I thought it was totally boring. What do you think about Gia Gunn saying there was no glamour at DragCon this year? I think Gia Gunn will do anything and say anything to get attention. That's where I believe that Gia Gunn is kind of the Gabby Hanna of the Drag Race community, and I wish her all the best. I think she has a lot of funny catchphrases, and I like Gia Gunn on the seasons, kind of, but I mean, she's never done anything to me that was like, I was so blown away by it, you know? So yeah, I think that she's very much about, I need attention, and she knew that statement was going to get attention. Favorite Disney movies? So, I'm not a huge Disney fan. I know everybody loves, my husband loves Disney movies. His favorite Disney movie is The Lion King. But my favorite Disney movie is probably 101 Dalmatians, or I really liked, what was the movie with Penny and the mice? I have to look at it. It's like The Borrowers or something. Penny from, it's the one that takes place in the swamp. From Disney. What's that movie called? I can't remember. Here she is, they're showing her. Who is Penny from Disney? Penny is the Deuteronomist of Disney. Oh, The Rescuers! I love that movie so much! I loved it so much I couldn't remember the name of it. Okay. Let's get a few more of these. This is going to stop in just a second. Hold on. With me, you always get an over 30-minute video. You know that. Okay, let's go in here. The Kardashians. I mean, just in general. I mean, I think they've... First of all, can somebody explain to me why, I mean, did they get more money, or did they just not want to be on mainstream television anymore? But basically, it's like the same TV show, and they went from Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, it was a big deal that the show was ending, and then like 2 months later, they started just the Kardashians. Like, I don't get it. Like, was it like change in production? Don't even get me started on producers. And I have to tell you, it was very nice, but somebody left me like a 4-paragraph explanation of why. I mean... Thank you for explaining to me why they need to have so many producers on TV shows. But it was more kind of like it was the funny part of it to me that I thought, you know. Okay, what season of The Sinner was your favorite? I've only watched the first one and I thought it was fantastic. Have you seen Heartstopper on Netflix? Yes, I've read every Alice Oseman book except for one, and I just got it. And I read all the Heartstopper graphic novels. I got the 4th one when it came out on January 3rd this year. It was on my doorstep. Heartstopper was fantastic on Netflix. If I had had that series when I was in high school, it would have literally profoundly changed my life. And so would so much of the really fantastic LGBTQIA plus YA books and movies and TV shows like Love Simon and Love Victor. And there's just so many good shows and movies out today. And, you know, we didn't have that representation when I was growing up. And truth be told, for me to find a book that had anything to do with gay LGBT people, period, I had to go to the sexuality section at B. Dalton Bookstore, and it was basically erotica, and it made me feel, you know, dirtier than I already, and worse than I already felt about myself in high school. So we've come a long way, and that is one thing that I am that is one thing that I am, like, profoundly proud of our society today. So, yeah. And my friend, Robbie Weber, W-E-B-E-R, put out a fantastic book. It just came out, I think, May 3rd, and it's called If You Change Your Mind, and it is a young adult gay novel, and I'm so proud of him. So if you want to go purchase it, it's called If You Change Your Mind, and Robbie is Robbie Reads on Instagram. Go check him out. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what this question is. Favorite current book? Well, I did a booktube video yesterday, so go check that out. Yellow Jackets, I started the TV show, and I only got about halfway through. Who are you rooting for in All Stars, All Winners? I don't know. Like, I'm still, like, I love Monet Exchange. Is it Monet Exchange? Yeah. And I'm really liking Raja this season. I love Jinx Monsoon. Trinity, there's so many people that I love. I actually, a little side note, I saw Trinity win National Entertainer of the Year and Nina West. I saw both of them win National Entertainer of the Year in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, let's see. Michael Peterson, guilty? I think so, is what this person said. I really firmly, this is an unpopular opinion, I really believe in the owl theory. I really do. And after I watched the documentary, and I was talking about it on my vlog, somebody told me about the owl theory, and I went and watched a video on YouTube, and it completely changed my mind. Okay, and they're talking about it on the show, if you watch the show. Ozark, I have not watched, but it's going to be the next show that I watch. What's your opinion on the direction of YouTube? I don't know. I really don't think much about it, honestly. I think about the fact that I feel so blessed that I get to get up every single day and call my career making videos and interacting with you guys in a way that I absolutely love. And I get to sometimes be serious and sometimes be foolish. And I get to sing songs and do the hokey pokey. But no, you know, it's like, I think the thing that I never expected from this platform, and if YouTube ends, I'll go somewhere else. But the thing that because I'm addicted to all of this now. I love it, you know? The thing that I never expected was the kind messages and the kind support and the incredible compassion that I've received from people and the sharing of stories. I think that, for me, is the thing that I love the most about all of this, which I don't know if that's found on other YouTube channels. I don't know if that's found in other YouTube communities. All I can say is that I find it within mine. On almost all of my channels, mostly on my vlog, but really almost on all of my channels where people will share stories, or I'm going through a breakup, or this happened, or I'm celebrating graduation, or it's my birthday today. And, you know, and for people to share parts of their life and be vulnerable enough with you because they trust you or they see you as a friend, even though they haven't met you, but they just see you as somebody on YouTube that they watch every day. I think it's such a cool thing. And I love this so much, and I am so thankful for it. So with that, I think I will end this video and do the hokey pokey. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.